Düsseldorf, Germany, Abus Magomedov!
And this is where everything changed for Abus Magomedov.
To kick off July, we have a killer main event that'll be on ESPN, the network. Sean Strickland fights for the third time in less than 7 months. This guy is always ready to fight. He's taking on a guy that literally nobody wants to fight. Abus Magomedov, he is a middleweight with 20 finishes and 25 pro wins.
He's taking on a somewhat unproven Abus Magomedov, and this type of stuff doesn't happen very often. Since 2016, September 2016 to be specific, only 3 fighters have fought in their second fight being a main event.
He got murdered in the other organization by an old guy, and now he's here. He faced the guy that is 1-4 in his last 5 fights. So a guy that was losing all his fights. He got this finish, of course, but I don't see too much about this guy, you know, and the UFC is pushing him to the top, to the rankings right now with just 1 fight in the UFC, you know.
That other promotion to speak of, well, that's a long story. Once coined World Series of Fighting, this promotion had the likes of Justin Gaethje, Marlon Moraes, Anthony Rumble Johnson, Andrei Arlovsky, and a lot more. But in 2018, something changed, a new season format for the now Professional Fighters League, and one Abus Magomedov happens to join the middleweight season this year.
Abus has been coming forward from the opening bell in this fight. Again to the body. That's a tough one, and you're going to look for the referee to stop this. I'm not sure what
dangerous black belt.
Oh, big shot. Huge punch landed the hook. Another first round TKO.
Lewis Taylor showered up, ready to go. He will face the winner of this bout for $1 million.
All for your winner by unanimous decision. He's moving on to fight for $1 million from Düsseldorf, Germany, Abus Magomedov.
So a perfect start. 3 wins, 2 by knockout, 1 by decision. But here we go. World Championship fight opening up New Year's Eve, New York City. Abus Magomedov, the biggest fight of his life, against a 39-year-old Lewis Taylor.
This is what the playoff bracket looked like. Remember, the top 8 seeds made the playoffs after the regular season. The number 1 and 2 seeds, Abus Magomedov and Lewis Taylor, ultimately progressed through their respective sides to the final. Now, both fighters are well-rounded, each with a wrestling background, and both have shown knockout power this season. But that is where the similarities stop. Taylor is 11 years older than Magomedov. They hail from opposite ends of the globe.
And the fight itself. Probably a night Abus Magomedov does not want to remember, even if he does remember it. 33 seconds was all that it took for Lewis Taylor to become $1 million richer.
When this whole thing got started, and here we are, it is championship time. Oh, he catches him early.
Oh my God!
That is
unbelievable!
$1 million, Lewis Taylor.
Punch!
That is crazy! Oh my!
So what now? The biggest moment in a man's career spoiled by one left hand. For Lewis Taylor, the final fight in his career, he walks off into the sunset $1 million richer. But for Abus Magomedov, the story is just getting started. Born in the year 1990, Abus Magomedov grew up in the Republic of Dagestan. Yup, that Dagestan.
As a kid from Dagestan, I guess you started very young wrestling.
Yes, it's it's like you have the mindset from our father, and this generation was like you cannot have a lot of time. Like when you are a child, you have to be always busy. If you have little bit time, then you become bad things in the head. Then you start to do some bad things. And so it was the reason why we start with wrestling. In every city was a wrestling gym, like in every street. And it was the only one option, wrestling.
Football in America, baseball in Japan, hockey in Canada. This is wrestling in Dagestan to the highest degree.
They're definitely a step ahead in terms of combat sports, whatever it is, whether it's boxing, wrestling, MMA.
The amount of top flight talent that comes from Eastern Europe and Russia and Dagestan and Chechnya, I mean, any man.
Dude, they're all just waiting to take all the titles at this point too. These guys are living on cliffs in the middle of like rock villages, you know what I mean, where they're kicking stones at each other for fun. Like it's true. That's gonna breed and then you take them and it's like, well, hey, you could do that. You can kick that rock around, or you can come in this gym and learn how to fight. And it's like, that sounds a lot more. You can play basketball where you tackle each other.
But as for Abus, not staying put in Dagestan for long, Magomedov left the Republic and headed on over to Central Europe to his new home, Germany. Now, Abus would leave Dagestan as a teenager, and the move to Germany would not only allow him to sharpen his wrestling skills, but also allow him to learn kickboxing as well, and learn kickboxing at an elite level. Now, Germany isn't known for the wrestling prowess that Dagestan is, but it sure is for kickboxing, allowing Magomedov to truly become a well-rounded mixed martial artist. Now, Magomedov would officially start his professional MMA career in February of 2010, starting off with an 18-3 professional record after his first 21 fights, including 9 knockouts and 4 submissions. However, his biggest test would come in 2017 in Germany for Superior FC, fighting for their middleweight championship. And in his biggest test to date, Magomedov comes through, winning the championship by first round knockout.
Landing some punches. Looking at the referee, trying to... And that was it! Not even 2.5 minutes, and Abus Magomedov has won the Superior FC middleweight title here. What a performance! As I said before, Abus Magomedov is one of the best overall fighters in German MMA. He's definitely got a great career ahead of him, and organizations like the UFC will definitely be paying close attention to a fighter like Abus Magomedov.
However, it was not the UFC that called next for Magomedov. That, of course, would be the Professional Fighters League. Now, that venture didn't end up the greatest for Abus. But after that run in the PFL, Magomedov would then sign on for a fight in Germany that he would win, and then sign on with a 1-fight deal with KSW, one of the largest promotions over in Europe, and definitely the biggest promotion in Poland. A win here would undoubtedly push Abus to the next level. The fight itself, an impressive victory from Magomedov that results in a guillotine choke submission early in the second round, handing his opponent his first professional loss, and for Magomedov, another step forward. But what's next? The UFC? Another KSW fight? Time will only tell.
Yeah, I was also waiting for my debut, and I'm happy to be part of KSW, and I hope for the future I can show more.
August 6th, 2021, Abus Magomedov finally gets the call into the UFC. After winning his final fight in KSW, his first and only fight in KSW, Magomedov finally receives his UFC contract and immediately inserts himself into the middleweight division of the best fighting promotion in the world. So immediately, Magomedov is booked against the likes of Gerald Meerschaert, Alihashab Hizraev, and Mahmoud Muradov, but unfortunately cannot participate because of visa issues. That's until UFC Paris. This is officially where everything changes.
Magomedov through there it is to Germany, and it gets to work early. Lovely stuff. What a way to announce yourself to the UFC audience.
I mean, that is how you make a statement. That is how you arrive in the UFC.
So the moral of the story, don't count a man out, because you just don't know what's going to happen next.